Hey, welcome to Crypto Stock Corner. I'd like to dedicate just a few moments talking about an interesting announcement from Larry Fink. As you recall, he's the CEO of BlackRock, which is the world's largest asset manager. Now, he's made a claim, and this wasn't the first time where he mentioned it. He said it at today's CNBC Squawk Box interview, where he said that Bitcoin is a legitimate financial instrument that everyone should at least consider having their own portfolios. Now, when General Larry Fink makes this statement publicly, it really moves the needle tremendously. He's taken seriously, obviously being the world's largest asset manager. Who won't take him seriously for everything that he says publicly? This wasn't actually the first time he's made this mention. He said it before when he was orange-pilled into the idea of Bitcoin. He actually went on to say that initially he was rather skeptical of the idea, but ever since he's done his own research, he's done his own homework to study the asset in depth, well, he's actually convinced himself this is the right thing to do, which is something that I've done. So I think I've done it before Larry Fink was orange pilled. I did that analysis. I spent around 1,000 hours worth of research to convince myself that Bitcoin is the right asset for me, which it is. And he's just made that reaffirmed statement again. This is what he did. He just did the study, the homework. He's convinced himself this is the right asset. And he went on today to make that public statement again to everyone, to all the investors, that they should at least treat Bitcoin in their portfolios, because in his eyes, it is indeed a legitimate financial instrument. Now, it is legitimate because the US Securities Exchange Commission have actually authorized the 12 Bitcoin spot ETFs in the United States, and also in Hong Kong they've subsequently made a similar approval of their own ETFs in their own exchange. Australia has recently done the same. So it's just come to show that Bitcoin is not going away. It is now slowly but gradually moving into the mainstream, investor mainstream. People are starting to take Bitcoin as a serious financial asset. It's not just some dinky old crypto out there. It is a genuine monetary crypto that has a future. Larry Fink has also made a point that his company has almost $4 billion worth of Bitcoin in this second quarter release of the company's earnings today. Just one final thought. During this past week, we are still seeing this volatility in price, but during the last few days, I have seen net new inflows into the Bitcoin spot ETFs, around $300 million worth of daily net new money into the Bitcoin ETFs, which is starting to now recover the lost ground that we once had on the Bitcoin price. Now we're hovering around, I think, between $62,000 and $63,000, and we're starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. So hopefully this short video just gives you that optimism that we should indeed hold on to our Bitcoin holdings, for those who are believers in the asset class, as I am. And there is certainly a bright future ahead, and if the likes of Larry Fink has put their money where their mouth is to make that kind of public statement that it is a legitimate financial instrument to have in everyone's portfolios, then we should always do what the Romans do, and that is certainly what I'm going to be doing. It's something I'm be holding into long term, certainly not to be speculated with. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you next.